Hi everyone and welcome back to a new video on realizations, which is for anyone and everyone who is just starting out their preparation for CAT 2026 from scratch. Maybe you could have given CAT before but not prepared well, and this time you want to give in your all, or you're someone who does not know how to start preparing for CAT, how to build their roadmap, to take or not take coaching, how to realize what is their weakness, strength, different sections, and basically everything about your CAT 2026 strategy, because now is the right time. You have 11 and a half months, which is ideal. So yeah, let's get started. And if you're new to this channel, then let me introduce myself once again for you. I am Riya Mehta. I completed my bachelor's in electronics and communication engineering from NIT Jamshedpur. Then I went on to work at Tata Steel for around 1.5 years. And then I joined IIM Bangalore in their PGP BA program, which is postgraduate program in business analytics. And ever since I graduated in 2024, I've been working with a consulting firm, and I love making videos on the side about CAT, MBA, about my realizations. So welcome and definitely subscribe if you're new here. So let's start from the very first step. To anyone who comes to me telling that I want to start to prepare for CAT, the first thing that I tell them is to give one past year CAT paper. Now, usually it's best to give usi saal ka CAT paper, but given how tough and unpredictable CAT 2025 was, I would recommend that you take up any slot of CAT 2024 and give that paper like a serious exam. Lock yourself in a room for 2 hours and give the exam. And see where is it that you stand. Were you able to understand anything? Are you good at reading comprehensions, or that is also something that you need to start learning from scratch? LRDI, did you understand the questions, or it was absolutely tangential? Like you could not make sense of it. Quant, even in those 40 minutes of solving quant, did you solve like 3-4 questions? Did you feel like, okay, I know I can do this, but I need practice? If that is where you stand, then kudos, your foundations are decent. But when you're attempting the paper and you realize, no, I was not able to solve anything, it's super tough, that means that you need to start preparing from the absolute basics, from absolute fundamentals. You have to use this entire 11 months to build the foundation, reach to a point where you'll be able to solve these questions by November 2026. Also, this will help you understand ki you need a coaching or not. Honestly, all of us know that everything is available on the internet. There are enough videos, there are enough books, and you can honestly do self-study. That's for sure. But coaching helps you do it in a structured way, and you don't waste time looking for resources. So if you felt like मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आया इस पेपर में, then you could consider coaching, and we'll come to it in the later part of the video. But now let's get to building your roadmap. There's another thing that I want to address. The fear that students have that I need to know everything, I need to solve everything. No. Here are some stats that I've pulled up to help you understand, if you're new, that what is it the kind of score that you need to have to get a decent percentile in CAT. So in CAT 2023, you needed to score 84 out of 198 to get 99.5 percentile, and just 76 marks, which is so much lower than even 50% of the marks, to get the 99 percentile. In CAT 2024, you needed to score 104 out of 204, which is again less than half, to get 99.5 percentile, and just 96 marks, which is just getting 32 questions correct out of 66, to get the 99th percentile. This is to tell you that you don't need to complete 100% of the paper, not even 50%. If you're solving close to 50% of the paper, you will get the 99th percentile, which is very, very good. So know this before you're starting to prepare for this exam, to understand what is the kind of goal that you need to set for yourself. Another thing that will happen when you give this CAT paper is you'll understand roughly that what is your weakest section, what is the section that you're most scared of. For me, that was quant, even though I'm an engineer, and similarly, it could be VRC or LRDI or quant for you. And that helps you understand that what is the section जिसमें आपको सबसे ज़्यादा ध्यान देना है, because you have to cross the sectional cutoff in each of the 3 sections. Coming to the part कि किनको coaching लेनी चाहिए and what are the benefits that you get if you take on a coaching. सो मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली कोचिंग से आपके प्रेपरेशन को एक स्ट्रक्चर मिलता है. यू डोंट हैव टू लुक अराउंड फॉर रिसोर्सेज. यू हैव द रिसोर्सेज एट वन प्लेस. यू हैव अ रूटीन सेट कि इतने से इतने बजे मेरे क्लासेस लगते हैं रोज़. मेरे को अगले क्लास से पहले ये शीट सॉल्व करनी है. And the tips and tricks that the faculty tries to tell you. And if you're someone who's decided that they will take on a coaching for their CAT 2026 preparation, then you can consider iQuanta's CAT 2026 Early Start Batch. This course covers the basic essentials of VARC, basics of LRDI, and basics of quant in the first part. After 20 to 30% of the syllabus is covered, they move on to more advanced modules. And along with the recorded lectures, you also get live classes and application-based problem-solving classes. This course also includes CAT mock test series with AI mock analysis and practice books. If you join now, your syllabus will be covered 3 times completely by expert faculty, including Amit Pachmita sir, a well-known teacher for Quant and LRDI, as well as Shabana ma'am for VRC. Your preparation will also be backed by 24/7 doubt support in a secret group. The results also speak for themselves. More than 599 percentilers in CAT 2024 were from iQuanta. You can also join their free CAT preparation group for doubt support, free study material, and connect with CAT toppers. Plus, it also includes a crash course towards the end, closer to CAT exam. For more details, check out the description of the video and definitely check them out. Now, your overall CAT preparation strategy has to be divided into 3 parts. The first part is where you are studying, you're gathering knowledge, you are understanding the fundamentals, the basics of the 3 subjects. This is the time where you don't have to worry about your speed. You just have to focus on understanding the logic. You don't have to learn the formulas, you have to understand the formulas. Basic first principle learning. And this is the time where you have to be very patient with yourself. Now, what does the stage look like for all the different 3 sections? In VRC, this is the time where you have to just read. Nothing else, just reading. ये नहीं सोचना कि CAT के लिए पढ़ रहा हूँ. You just have to read anything and everything. Newspaper, editorials, EON essays, fiction, non-fiction books, anything. You have to work on being able to understand what you are reading, which is comprehension, inference. In DILR, this is the time when you have to give to understanding the standard template of questions. What are the different type of puzzles? What are the different type of logical reasoning questions? Data interpretation charts that come in the exam. और वो हर तरह के प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने का ईजी सिंपल तरीका क्या है? What is the structure that is followed for these type of templates? Go on solving any kind of puzzles that you find, be it Sudoku, be it newspaper में games, be it any mobile games, where you are learning to think. And finally, in quant, this is the time where you have to give to understanding the basic concepts. And you don't have to worry about your calculation speed. You have to worry about getting it right. And this stage can last anywhere between 4 to 6 months, depending on how much time you're able to give every day, depending on your foundational knowledge in these subjects. Now comes the next part. कोई एक proper bifurcation नहीं है कि जब first part खत्म होगा तभी second part शुरू होगा. There can be an overlap also, but the second part is where you solve, where you practice problem solving as much as you can. Be it through Arun Sharma books, be it through the problem sheets that your coaching is giving you. ये basically first पार्ट में भी स्टार्ट हो सकता है कि जब आप कोई टॉपिक पढ़ रहे हो उसको सॉल्व कर रहे हो, बट दैट टाइम सिंस द फोकस इज अ लॉट मोर ऑन अंडरस्टैंडिंग, देयर has to be a separate portion where you are giving more and more time to solving what you had learned in this part 1 of your preparation strategy. Just practice. जहाँ से भी questions मिल रहा है, जिस भी question bank से, जिस भी website से, your coaching material, books, from everywhere, just practice. And lastly comes the final part of your preparation, which is the most important, which is the time when you start giving sectional mocks, full length mocks, revision, analysis, and completing the loop. कि ओके मुझे मॉक्स दे करके ये समझ आ रहा है कि मेरा ये पोर्शन थोड़ा वीक रह गया है, देन यू हैव टू गो बैक एंड रिवाइज इट एंड देन सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम्स ऑफ इट एंड देन कम बैक टू गिविंग सेक्शनल मॉक्स एंड फुल लेंथ मॉक्स. दिस इज ऑल्सो द टाइम व्हेन यू हैव टू बिल्ड योर सेक्शन अटेम्प्टिंग स्ट्रैटेजी कि ओके मैं RCs पहले अटैम्प्ट करता हूँ या फिर वर्बल एबिलिटी क्वेश्चंस अटैम्प्ट करता हूँ RC में. मैं DILR में किस तरह के प्रॉब्लम्स को पहले टैकल करना चाहती हूँ. And this final stage can last anywhere between 2 to 3 months, anywhere between September to November, depending कि आपका syllabus कब majority of the portion खत्म हो रहा है. Now coming to the part which I believe is the most important for any and every CAT aspirant, which is your mindset throughout these 11 months or जितना भी आप prepare करने वाले हो. And the biggest thing about mindset is the belief that you can do it. The belief that you can clear this exam with effort, with consistency, with discipline. Be consistent, be disciplined. You will have to say no to things that other people around you will be doing. If you're in college, then there will be people who will be enjoying their breaks. There will be people who will be enjoying the weekends. If you're working, there'll be your friends who are not preparing and who will be partying, going out. But you have to ignore that and be consistent with your preparation. Every single day, 2 से 3 घंटे, 3 से 4 घंटे जितना भी आप दे सकते हैं. Weekends पे as much as you can. And I would also like to cover a few don'ts. Don't just study theory. You also have to solve problems. I know people who consider कि मैं बैठ के lecture सुन रहा हूँ, which is equivalent to me actively learning. No, that is passive learning. आपको passive learning भी करनी है, active learning भी करनी है. You have to solve every single day. The next don't is please don't ignore your weaker section. I've seen people जिनको पढ़ने बैठने बोलो तो वो सिर्फ अपना favorite section लेके बैठ जाएंगे. But remember that you have to solve the cutoff in each and every section. No matter if you're scoring 100 percentile in one section, but अगर आपका दूसरे section का cutoff clear नहीं हुआ तो you will be stuck. And that's the worst position to be in. So after you've identified your weaker section, उसको भी अच्छा खासा टाइम देना है, एटलीस्ट उतना कि आप कट ऑफ से थोड़ा ऊपर तो ला रहे हो. बट इफ़ यू आर एमिंग फॉर एनीथिंग अबव 99, 99.5 तो आपको तीनों सेक्शन को बहुत अच्छा रखना है. That's all I had for you in this video. Hope this was helpful and this helped you get an idea about how you need to structure your CAT preparation. You have enough time. This is the absolute ideal time you should be starting your preparation. And if you start now, you will be ahead of most of the people starting their CAT preparation. I wish you all the success and all the very, very best.